Welcome to Indie Mayhem, the show where creators are all the contestants and the hosts. And speaking of hosts, I'm Lahr, and I'm one of your hosts.
I'm RJ Burchett, and I'm one of your hosts.
And together we are your two hosts.
Your two hosts.
So here's how Indie Mayhem works. RJ and I take turns asking questions. The contestants answer, and then RJ and I decide if anybody gets any points. Is it arbitrary? Yes.
Is it cruel? Sometimes.
It's what I call fair plus. Trademark. It encompasses and surpasses fairness.
It's better than fair.
Yeah, it's fair plus.
Yeah.
TM. All right, let's get started. And we'll do that by hearing from our first sponsor. And we're back. Let's jump right into our first segment. All right. RJ, would you like to start us off?
I will, Ron. In Sheb Wooley's 1958 novelty hit, what color is the monster that eats people?
Adam.
Purple.
Incorrect.
Anyone else? Okay.
The color of the monster is unspecified. He eats purple people.
He's a racist.
Yes.
Grammar. Grammar check.
Yeah. As writers, you should appreciate that. All right. What song, according to genius British scientists in the year 2014, is the catchiest song of all time up to 2014? Is it A, Lou Bega, Mambo No. 5, B, Chumbawamba, Tub Thumping, or I Get Knocked Down, C, Lady Gaga, Just Dance, or D, Spice Girls, Wannabe?
Oh, Josh?
I'm just going to go with Spice Girls Wannabe.
That's right. And all I can say to that, besides congratulations on your excellent answer, Josh, is thank you, science.
Thank you, science.
I mean, first the COVID vaccines and then this. Pro science.
All right. Which film features this quote? Raise your book when you catch it. There's 106 miles to Chicago. We've got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark out, and we're wearing sunglasses.
Adam.
Blues Brothers.
Right. All right, here's another film question. What film that I believe is one of the best movies ever made was originally going to be directed by Harold Ramis, who quit when Disney hired a sitcom star for the lead role over his objections?
Josh?
Galaxy Quest.
That is correct.
That's right. So I just want to say Harold Ramis was wrong. I'm glad he's dead.
Oh, jeez.
Well,
too soon?
Galaxy Quest.
Little soon.
Galaxy Quest is one of my favorite movies. And you only get a week from me. Natural disaster, person dying. I'm going to make a joke after a week.
A week?
Mhm.
Seems reasonable.
Get over it. That's it.
All right, question for you all. Which is worse, not saying please or not saying thank you, and why? Adam.
Not saying thank you because you need to end the conversation and get away from there.
All right, let's do better, Samantha.
Not saying thank you because you're going to need to ask another favor later, so you should end on a note that makes them like you.
What about you, Josh? What do you got?
Thank you, because people enjoy being appreciated.
I'd say Samantha for sure.
You think? Yeah, I think
I don't
Samantha
know.
was the more entertaining answer. I'll give her that.
All right. Which legendary fantasy author worked at the Oxford English Dictionary researching and explaining the etymology of words starting with the letter W, including walrus?
Adam.
I'll say Tolkien. What the hell?
That's right.
That is
Yeah.
correct.
Excellent guessing. Yeah. He was an expert on the letter W.
It's true.
Apparently.
A lot of people don't know that about him.
Yeah. So if you read Tolkien, any of his stuff, look for words with W, they'll be perfect.
He rarely mismuses them. What postmodernist World War II novel features time travel and advanced space aliens shaped like plumber's friends?
Samantha.
I think it's a Vonnegut.
It is.
I can't remember the title.
I'll
Then
try.
no.
All I got is Vonnegut.
I'll try.
Josh.
Slaughterhouse 5.
That's correct.
Right. You guys are doing some great guessing, except for Samantha. Have you ever written an entire novel or series of novels without any idea of what will happen? Or are you a big chicken?
Adam.
Definitely the first.
Oh, nice.
Excellent.
That's good. You're proud of you.
All right. Complete this famous movie line. What we have here is a failure to what?
Josh.
Communicate.
That's right. Do you consider it research to read or listen or watch other people's work?
Samantha.
That is what I tell everyone I am doing so that I can claim it on my taxes.
Excellent.
Oh, nice. I didn't even think of the financial benefit.
High five to Samantha on that one. High five. Yes. Yeah.
All right. I want to hear from each of you on this one. In one sentence, what is your best one-star review on some work you've done? Starting with Adam.
The only 1-star review I've gotten, they just left a rating. They didn't leave a comment.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like how he threw in it was the only one he ever had, like a humble brag.
a humble brag,
Yeah.
right?
All right.
Samantha, you've had many more one-star reviews.
Unfortunately, I have.
What?
But my favorite one is the one that looked for Going Through the Change, a menopausal superhero novel, and was angry that it wasn't a self-help book about how to get through menopause.
Excellent.
Oh, that is a good one. How about you, Josh?
Not for my books, but for my podcast. I said I talk too much on my own show.
All right, I'm gonna
Very
I'm
plausible. Very
I'm
plausible.
gonna break with tradition. I'm gonna tell you about mine, and it started off. I haven't read this book, but the person was mad about the description of my fantasy novel, or not that somebody I used in my blurb, like a quote from another author, and he didn't like what that guy said. And so he gave me a 1-star. Now, the nice thing was some other people read it and gave me higher reviews. They're like, I would have given him 3 stars, but I'm giving him 4 because that guy who didn't read the book.
Hey, then one. So we want to balance it out.
Yay.
The end.
Well, the arc of justice is long, but it
But-
bends toward
But Archie.
the universe. I think Einstein said that, or Martin Luther King, or
Martin Luther King.
Or Josh.
or Josh. Yes.
Possibly. Yeah, I am that smart. Yes, it's true.
Right.
Oh, it's true.
Your turn.
Is it me? All right.
Oh, no, it isn't.
No, I just
My
did.
turn.
It's your turn.
What 1980s film features the awesome line, there can be only one?
Adam.
Highlander.
That's correct.
That's
And
right.
there's only one Highlander movie. There's only one.
Oh,
period.
I wish that was true. If only they tried
It
that
is true.
with the movie series itself.
Yeah.
Good point. Good Josh. That was a good.
Okay.
You really did.
Fair enough.
Imagine, if you will, a world of endless entertainment, a nearly unlimited source of reading material with books from every genre.
Books! All the books I could ever need! All the books I could ever want! And the best thing? There's time now. There's all the time I'll ever need. There's time enough at last.
But sometimes there isn't enough time.
That's not fair!
Perhaps, but Spectrum Audiobooks has you covered, streaming hundreds of audiobook titles directly to your Roku device, with more added every week. romance, mysteries, thrillers, and more.
Time enough at last.
I didn't hang her coat until she closed
Spectrum Audiobooks, now streaming to your Roku device.
And we're back. We'd like to take a few moments to get to know the contestants just a little bit better. So we have 3 questions that we would like each of you to answer. Where are you is one. Who is the smartest member of your family? And then what's the most embarrassing TV show that you watch or have watched? Let's start with Adam.
Okay, so I am living in Southern Colorado. The smartest member of my family is probably my Uncle Michael. He has more degrees than I want to think about and has written really heavy-duty academic books. And the most embarrassing show I've ever watched and will admit to is probably Bosom Buddies.
Oh, great show. I mean, I haven't rewatched it to see if it stands up, but when I watched it when it originally aired, loved it.
I said, that's Tom Hanks. He's going places. That's what I said.
And I said that about Peter Scolari. So,
I'm impressed you still remember.
well, I was a huge fan.
Right. Wasn't he the other guy from Wham also?
No, he looked like him. He was not.
Okay, I
All right.
confuse them all the time.
Samantha, please answer our 3 questions.
So I am currently in my office at my house in North Carolina, and I have already forgotten what else I was supposed to say. My most embarrassing TV show that I love is Dark Shadows, the older
right.
one.
The old one, right? Classic.
And
And,
then-
and the smartest member of your family.
See, obviously it's not me then. I think the smartest member of my family is Pumpkin, who is a very small dog who gets whatever he wants and doesn't have to work for it.
Oh,
That shows clear intelligence. Okay. All
Josh?
right, Josh.
Okay, I am in Canmore, Alberta, Canada. The smartest member of my family, my dad or my sister. It's kind of hard to say. My dad makes stuff all the time, and my sister's incredibly talented. So either way. And most embarrassing show I'll admit to watching is Young and the Restless, Once Upon a Time.
ooh, good. Now we've decided to also participate in this. Why don't you go?
Well,
Answer
here
those
we are. Sorry, talking over you. Here we are in the basement of my home in Spokane, Washington. Smartest person in my family. That's a tricky one. Can I name myself?
Sure.
Because I'm hoping
They're
my
not
family...
there. Nobody else is here. You
Yeah,
can
they're
do it
not
if you
here.
want.
So I think clearly I have the top hat. And I don't know. Are there other things that go into intelligence? That's
I
pretty
don't know
much
what.
it.
What's
Nah,
your
top's about as far as it needs to go.
Embarrassing TV show
that you ever watched?
that I ever watched. Huh. Boy, I should have thought of that one when we wrote that question.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah. I'm going to go with I don't watch TV because I'm clearly too intelligent.
Pretentious with that hat. Yes, I get it. All right. I'm also in Spokane, Washington, but I'm in our recording studio headquarters, not just RJ's basement. Smartest person in my family is definitely my wife, which is just annoying as shit because she is always right and I'm always wrong. And she's not a jerk about it.
That's the worst part, isn't it?
Which it's another bad part
Right.
that she doesn't even make a big deal out of it. That's just life to her, is always being right. So might have made a mistake on that wife choosing, but and I would say my most embarrassing TV show that I didn't just watch, but I watched every day when I got home from school in like grade school and middle school was The Waltons. I mean, I was like a super fan of The Waltons. So I don't know why, but if I hear that theme song just to this day, start crying. All right. So now I think we know more than enough about everybody.
I know more than I need to know about myself.
Perfect. So we are going to jump right into our next segment.
From the world of poker, if you don't know who the sucker at the table is, it's probably what?
Adam.
You.
That's correct.
That is correct. And just because I know you guys, I think it's right.
It is probably.
It is all of you.
That's why I don't play poker.
All right, here's a question for everybody. I love gardening. Rabbits and deer try to get into my garden to steal the food I've worked so hard to grow. Do you hate deer and rabbits now? Yes or no?
Starting with Adam.
Only the ones trying to eat your garden.
All right, I'll accept it. It's not as hateful as I was hoping.
Well,
but
let's
I
hear
won't.
the others first.
Yeah,
Decide who gets
Samantha?
the point. Samantha?
It's really hard to hate things that are so cute, but I probably can find it in my heart to hate them on your behalf.
I appreciate it. Let's
it.
give her a point. And
Okay.
Josh?
Killed them all.
Yeah, Josh, 2 points. That was awesome.
He
That was
learned.
more bloodthirsty than I had dreamed of. This question is also for everybody, like my last one. Which of the United States neighbors is worse, Canada or Mexico, and why?
Let's start with Josh.
Canada, because we're better than you.
So you're worse because you're better.
Yeah,
Yes.
we'll have to.
My
Let's
understanding.
listen. I think so. Let's hear what Samantha has to say.
Canada, they're just so damn nice, and then you feel bad about being mean, and yeah, so Canada.
Okay.
Blame Canada.
All right. And what about you, Adam?
Canada, have you ever seen how they just kind of hover over us on a map? They're just waiting. They're just waiting.
True.
I would give everybody a point for that one. What do you think?
Everyone? All right.
Yeah.
And nice Weird Al reference there. Thank you.
I was hoping somebody else would pick up on it.
I got it too. It's cool. It's cool.
Another
Nicest
movie line.
anti-Canada song ever.
I got nothing for South Park though, apparently.
Oh, no.
Blame
I don't
Canada.
want that. Yeah, so.
Finish this movie line. No matter where you go.
Samantha.
There you are.
Yep.
Great job.
Buckaroo Banzai.
Indeed. All right. Again, a question for everybody. What is your spouse or significant others or whatever? What is their worst quality? If you don't have anyone special in your life right now, just sigh and say, I'm alone. Adam.
And she's going to be watching this, so I'm a dead man. Oh, wait, there it is. Worst
Sure.
quality.
Is that she'll watch the show or that she'll kill you? I felt like that was ambiguous.
Yeah.
Kill you.
Yeah.
She's a murderer. That's
Yes.
what it is.
Okay, murderer.
After the
that's-
show, we should
that's
probably
a bad quality.
Call the state police in Colorado.
You might have to edit this one out if you want him if he wins. I'm just saying.
All right, Samantha, what do you got?
He has too many hobbies that involve many small pieces that are hard to find homes for in our home.
I see.
Legos, games.
Does he paint miniatures of,
He does.
to do
Yeah.
wargaming with?
Yeah.
Yeah, that does sound awful.
Yes.
All right. Josh,
I'm alone.
I'm so glad somebody was single because I wanted to hear that.
Yeah.
I relish your pain. That's great.
Give me
Yeah,
each
it's
one.
all
Yeah,
good.
you each get a point.
Okay. All right, so we will bleep you out if you do this properly. Who can name all 7 of George Carlin's 7 words you can never say on television?
Oh my gosh. I know 4 of them.
All right, we're not going to give you a point because you failed at the test, but who can name one of them?
Shit.
Okay.
Josh.
Help.
Excellent.
That was, yeah, great work. All right.
Let's move on. We'll use that another time.
What is the word that has always meant you feel like you were going to throw up?
Adam?
Nauseous.
No.
That is wrong.
Anybody else?
Samantha?
Nauseated.
Thank you.
You're my favorite.
Some people can still speak English. Thank you, Samantha.
Right. No, nauseous is one of those words. It meant you inspire nausea and other things,
Yes.
but because people used it, like Adam will say, used it incorrectly for so long, now its secondary definition is
you feel that way.
I'm
So if you ever-
against change, so I don't like that.
If you ever say, I feel nauseous, like I feel like I'm making everyone around me ill.
And when people say it, I know it isn't what they meant, but I imagine it to be true because of their ignorance.
Yes.
Their ignorance is making people ill.
And that takes us to the next.
The next sponsor. All right, our most important sponsor of all, because it is us. Hey, it's our book. You Get What You Steal. It's our final sponsor, and we have a treat today. RJ's going to read a tiny excerpt, very tiny.
They're discussing a magical gun of sorts. Does your gun cure headaches? It's not just a gun, Clint. It's called DAZ for Dial a Zap. I got it off this guy from the future. Said he was a defense contractor and he was going to make big bucks running advanced arms to primitive civilizations in the past. Clint chuckled. You don't really believe that, do you? I don't know. I shot him with it just to be safe. You what? Well, we don't want people doing that kind of thing, do we? I used the denude and debilitate settings, and he scampered away like one of those little hairless monkeys. How much of this are you just making up? Clint asked. It's hard to tell, isn't it?
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
That's great. I loved it. Let's move on. All right, I'll start us off this time. Fancy resort or tent camping?
Josh?
Fancy resort.
Okay.
That's correct.
That was the answer he was looking for.
According to my wife, it is fancy resort.
Question for you all. What is my favorite color? Adam?
Green.
Close.
Samantha?
Blue.
That's right.
Ah.
Josh?
Blue.
I'm going to give the nod to Sam there. Do you go
Yeah.
by Sam or just Samantha?
Samantha, please.
Samantha, okay.
When did RJ and I become friends? A, elementary school, B, high school, C, college, or D, never. We're just colleagues.
Josh?
B.
High school, that is correct. We are more than colleagues.
It's true. All right. Which of your children do you most regret?
Oh, nice. Samantha,
Samantha?
thank goodness.
I'll go with the oldest because if not for her, I probably wouldn't have had any other ones, and I could have been one of those, people with money
right.
and who travel.
One of those blonde ladies in an SUV. Oh,
I could have been.
You could have been the entitled one. Totally.
With a little entitlement to enjoy.
all right. True or false? I love mustard.
Adam?
False.
That is false. I hate mustard. Which is great because I'm of German descent, and I don't know if you guys have ever eaten German food, but mustard is always available.
Yeah.
So
Here's a philosophical question. If it quacks like a duck, it must.
Adam,
Sink.
It must sink.
do ducks sink? Is that the thing? I mean,
Apparently, Adam is not encountered ducks.
are you going to accept
You
that?
said
Adam?
it's a philosophical question. Not complete a phrase.
It's true.
It's
I did
true,
write
but I
any
still
answer
feel like
here, so I
All
think,
right.
I think we're going to give it to him.
I guess we're stuck. We have
We're
to give it
stuck.
to him, but under protest. True or false? A founding member of the band Fleetwood Mac abruptly quit the band so he could join a cult.
Josh?
I
True.
thought it was Samantha. Man.
Oh, all right, Samantha.
Sounds like it should be true.
It is true. He joined the Children of God cult and eventually rose to the exalted position of chief brainwasher.
Excellent. All right, important question. Which of us is more handsome? Josh?
It's a tie. You both are incredible.
All right, I like that. I want to hear what the other two have to say, though.
Yeah, I do too. What do you got, Samantha?
I'm going to go with today, RJ, for the hat.
Thank you. I'm inclined to give her the point. Adam?
I'm going to go with Ron because he's wearing glasses.
Well, I'm holding the paper here, so I'm going to go with Samantha. A much more credible answer.
Before joining their bands, which one of the following wrote the soundtracks to beloved sitcoms Happy Days and Joni Loves Chachi? Was it A, Vinnie Vincent of Kiss, B, James Hetfield of Metallica, C, Dave Lombardo of Slayer, or D, Peter Buck of REM?
Josh?
C.
No, it was, in fact, not C. Anybody else?
Adam?
A.
It was A. Vinnie Vincent of Kiss wrote Happy Days, and I don't even remember the Joni Loves Chachi theme song. But
I knew it was one of those two, but somebody just said go with that. Let's go with
Happy
Slayer.
Days has stuck with me.
Yes.
I mean, that was a
It is an earworm.
yeah. What band composed of real-life brothers now owns a beer company and named their first product Hops?
Adam?
Hanson.
That's right. And I have to say, the commercial writes itself.
Who's buried in Grant's tomb? Josh?
Grant.
Correct.
Good job, American citizens, on not getting that. The Canadian got it. That's embarrassing for
Told
us.
you.
Hold on,
We
no.
rock. We
Grant
just rock.
was a Canadian.
In one word, name the three branches of the United States federal government. I'm just kidding. You get 3 words, but name.
Adam?
Executive, judicial, legislative.
That's
All right.
correct.
And there's a bonus question. Which one's your favorite and why?
There is one right answer.
Judicial.
Why?
Because
Well, they get to wear robes.
That's right. It's
That
free. Well, it was close, but I'm going to give it to him. Free
Yeah.
robes.
it's free
You get
robes
free
was
clothes.
the correct answer.
The other ones you don't.
And all right, I think it's our last question in the section.
Next.
Which weighs more, a pound of lead or a pound of feathers? On the moon.
Josh,
They weigh the same.
but on the moon.
On the moon? Are
On
you
the
willing
moon.
to stick with that answer?
I'm going to stick with that answer.
All right, that is correct.
Well, that is great. All right. We're calculating the winner,
Mhm.
and it is Adam.
It is.
It is, and we want to say he'll be returning in a month or two for the semifinals, which the others won't. He also gets a prize package.
We have a deluxe prize package from our many sponsors. And for the people who were not quite the winner, we have a consolation punishment of sorts.
That is true.
We'll be giving you digital copies of our book as a way to inspire you to try to do better in the future.
Well, and to teach you there are consequences
There
for
are
screwing up.
consequences, Yes.
And one of the consequences is you have to read it and write a review of it.
Yes. Mistakes
So-
should be painful.
Okay, I was hoping for the top hat. That's what I was hoping was going to be the consequence for
No.
winning
This
today.
is
You don't get an awesome consequence. All right. I want to say thank you to our 3 lovely contestants. Please buy and or read their stuff. And I also want to say thanks to our sponsors. Please also buy their stuff. And then thanks to everybody who watched. And we hope you have a wonderful week. We'll see you next Tuesday.
And don't forget, for those of you watching live, coming up right after this show,
Is Talking Indie Mayhem.
Talking Indie Mayhem.
Our new show, a deep dive into the episode that we just watched.
It's hosted by Madilynn Dale, and it will have deep, in-depth questions and answers about all of the questions and answers that you've just heard. It's 7.5 hours long.
7.5 hours long. You will know everything about this show.
Yes.
And if you are watching our show as a recording, you can follow the link in the description to Talking Indie Mayhem.
Yes. Don't forget, it's always time to go indie now.
Good one.
Thank you.